Sarah showed us how to do a tape transfer using photos, and that gave me an idea, which is why not try doing a tape transfer with patterned paper. So I'm going to go ahead and take some packing tape, and I'm simply going to pull it out, put it down on this piece of patterned paper. I'm going to cut it off, and then I'm going to go ahead and burnish it. Now, I've done a bad job with that, but you'll do a better job at home. One of the things you can do, obviously, is you can burnish it with the back of your scissors. I happen to love this tool that I have with me all the time. It's called my thumb, and it's attached to my hand. And I just like to burnish it down like so. And I have one here that I've already done really carefully. And I'm going to take my scissors, because I don't want all that excess paper, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. I personally like to cut within the lines of the tape so that there's excess tape left off, instead of trying to actually go exactly on the lines. Plus, I think this gives it a more irregular and fun edge. You could certainly also punch shapes out of it or anything like that, because now when it's in its paper form, it's very stiff. Then I'm going to take it and place it into a bowl of water. It doesn't need to be warm water or anything like that. I mean, your hands might get a little bit cold if it's cool water. But essentially, I'm just trying to soak it, because this is a very thick and heavy paper, and I felt that a spray bottle of water wouldn't be enough. So I'm just sort of mushing it around in here. You could walk away for 10 minutes and then come back. And actually, speaking of that, let's look at this example that I have here on the table, this is my art journal, which is one of my favorite places to use tape transfers. And you can see that this little bit right here, that's a tape transfer. But because it's over paint and I put other stuff on top of it, you can see how it just seamlessly works. And I want to give you an extra little tip. Do you see how matte this is, how it's not shiny the way that packing tape normally is? That's simply because I used a layer of matte medium, meaning it's a gel medium that is matte on top of it, and that's going to dull the shine, and it really helps hide the fact that it's a tape transfer. Okay, so let's get back to our wet piece of paper and tape, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rub the back of this, and what you will see is kind of magical, which you'll remember that happened with Sarah as well with the photos. This time we're just doing it with pattern paper, and I do like to rub it in the water because, again, I'm trying to get it soaked. I also find that a large baking dish works well for this. So this is going to take me a few moments, so I want to show you what it looks like, and you can see how well that pattern is transferring onto that paper. I have one here that's already done, and I've stored it right on my Teflon sheet. Now, this was obviously cut from a different piece of paper. It was cut right from here, and you can see if I audition it on top of the wood grain, or maybe on top of a lighter colored paper. But really, I think the place that it looks absolutely the best is right across this text paper. And you can see the text come right through it. So that's today's version of Scrapbook Soup.